Hello YouTube! Welcome to another video of casting. Unlike last time, I'm breaking up all these casts into different videos, which makes more work for me and more content for you. You're welcome. Spawning in the top right, the red Zerg player, SunzofMan, but man, he's not my son. Giving a good luck, have fun graphic, and thank you. Don't know what's happening here. But spawning in the bottom left, repping the blue, the beautiful dark blue Protoss. This is the only time I'll ever call a Protoss beautiful. It is RwtM's Mach. I'm pretty sure the M stands for Mach too. So I think this is the Grand Cult Leader doing a typical, very typical gate. I'm going to assume Nexus Core. Please don't make me wrong, Mach. This is going to be very embarrassing if I'm wrong. We're going to see. Meanwhile, hatch gas pool come. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry. Forgive me. This is so embarrassing. I've never been so wrong in my life. It was a pool gas. I'm already being proven wrong. That didn't take long. Yep, gate Nexus Core. At least I got that right. Second Asim is going down right now. Overlord looking for that cannon rush. Just real uncomfortable. But I feel like every Zerg that does a hatch first feels uncomfortable with Protoss. Just because we have been violated so many times by a cheeky cannon rush. But here we go. What is it gonna be? That is a quick warp gate, so I don't think we're gonna see any Stargate. I'm guessing I want to say give me a Robo. Show me the Robo. It's probably gonna be a Twilight, but show me the Robo. No tech yet, at least. Creep spread's starting to go down for SunzofMan. Just getting that drone count up. Very important. Very... What are we missing here? Zerg... There's no Zerglings. No scout? No Zerglings. No scout. How are we going to scout? How are we going to keep track of expansions? How are we going to see what kind of army they're making without getting in? It was a Robo! Mach, thank you. Thank you for being an ally to Zergkind. Alright, probing is just going up as normal. Zerg about to catch up. Now, normally it's the 4.5 minute mark that we see the Zerg finally catch up to the Protoss and workers, but this is happening at 3:30. What's happening? What could be going wrong? Oh, there's Chrono Boost not being fully utilized to their full potential. That is what's happening. Okay. I understand. Roach Warren, Lair. Do I smell? This is a kind of an early Lair. This isn't like Ling, Queen, Nidus early, but this is definitely maybe Queen, Nidus, Roach Ravager, right? Please tell me I'm right. Guys, the most important thing I can have in life is predicting the game correctly as a caster. That's my only job. Never trust the probes. Exactly. Hallucination's just going to fly over the third. See some pretty normal production of drones. Might have seen the Roach Warren. We're going to actually check that. He did see the Roach Warren. And goes down just as Suns is taking his second and third gas. Upgrades for the Zerg is non-existent, so we're saying I'm so confident in my early game, I'm not even getting Lings. SunzofMan, you're insane. Lings are love, Lings are life. But, ooh, we got a lot of oversaturation on this natural. We want to start filling these gas. 10. Oh my gosh. Mach. Absolutely going Mach 10 with the pro production right now. Only a little bit behind the Zerg. Kind of normal, honestly, at this point, but the Zerg getting out around the drones right now is going to put him quite ahead of the Protoss for now, at least, as the third base of the Protoss is just now coming up. The Zerg really wants to have at least started. There we go. Fourth base is just now coming down. Maybe wanted that a little bit quicker, but can't complain too much. Their Hydra Den before Evo Chambers. Okay. Really wants to get into that Roach Hydra phase of the game. Charge is being started for the Protoss. And Templar Archives just now finishing. Are we going to start Storm immediately, or are we just going to make Archons? That's my biggest question. I think we're going to get into a Charge Archon Immortal game to start us off with. But hasn't made a decision yet, looks like. More gateways coming down in a kind of a weird spot. They don't exactly make a wall off at all, but this is an anti-run by wall. So what this does is completely prevents any sort of Ling wrap going into the mineral line from behind, or Banelings that just come from behind. So it's very, very nice to block off run-bys. My only fear is, what if they don't try to come down this way, but just dive straight through, and these Archons not here? We will see. We will see if that comes into play later in the game. Fourth base is up for the Zerg. Protoss has been cutting workers lately. Stopped at 64. I personally like to saturate the third at least fully. A lot of pylons coming down, a lot of pylons, because we have been stuck on this 117 supply block for a long time now. So five pylons gonna be coming down. Quite a few overseers. SunzofMan maybe has been violated by DTs before. Creep spread not the best at a almost nearly 8-minute mark, but I believe this is a platinum game. Simus Corp, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Welcome to the Hive. But alright, Mach just now, or a little bit ago actually, taking his fourth base, halfway done. I'm just now seeing it because I am a slow caster. Overlord spread is starting to get moving, but at this stage of the game, that's actually more of a detriment than an advantage. Really want the creep spread at this point and Ling spotters to be our vision, because around this time, a Protoss would be going into Sky units. 8-9 minute mark is when the Sky units happen, baby. If the Protoss has been left alone. But, of course, we can see Mach not going for Sky units, instead going for a lot of beefy ground units. But this is still a scary situation. If Mach realizes that there's Overlord spotters on the map just now, could be in quite a bit of trouble. That is quite a bit of Roach Hydra, though. That is a lot of DPS that does not mess around. No splash in it, of course. It's all very high individual DPS. There is an infestation pit, and there's a Bane Nest coming down now at the 9-minute mark. Could be interesting to see how that plays out. The army for Mach is actually... It has a good amount of charge slots, but there's quite a few Archons, quite a few Stalkers. Still these Adepts. Not sure if they did any scouting earlier, but oh, looks like Zerg is going to start moving out. It has some Lurkers. Lurkers be very, very helpful in this situation. But, okay, Lurker spines, or not spines. Do we have spines yet? No, he's going for the speed upgrade. Lurker speed, adaptive talons first. So this means that those Lurkers, they won't have the greatest range in the world. They're going to be fighting with T-Rex arms, but they will be able to burrow very quickly. And this is a very unfortunate spot. You do not want to engage the Protoss right here. This is a major mistake. There's also not enough Lurkers. We need at least 6 more Lurkers. Gonna take out these rocks, gonna clear a path. Doesn't really want to fight across that choke point. My only wish is that the Zerg had thought about that before. Oh, the lurkers have been left alone, and now they're all gonna die. And now this Zerg army just dies. Nothing stops this Protoss army. And with so much Protoss left over, nothing should stop Mach from doing a death push right now. Looks like he might want to... okay, he's going to wait for 5 Archons to reinforce. You know, you lose... It's kind of the idea of the typical mythical Hydra from lore of days old. You cut off 1 head and 2 more takes its place. Or in this case, you kill 1 Archon and 5 more takes its place. This is mass Archon at this point. No other units being made, so the Robo facility isn't making any more Immortals or Colossi or anything. There's not even a Robo Bay, I don't think. Yeah, no Robo Bay of any kind yet. A lot more gateways coming down, and quite a bit more charge lots coming. Zerg remaxed on Roach-Ling Hydra, which Roach Hydra Lurker just died to this army, so this might be a headbutt situation in where the Zerg doesn't realize the situation he's in. It looks like he's actually going to go for a counterattack. Now, this is smart, but who wins the counterattack? Who wins the base race? Because the Protoss is already mid into this by now. Might lose an Archon. No, Archons are very tanky. And here goes the base trading. Are we going to see it? No. Mach not feeling super comfortable in the situation. Is just going to pull back and try and get rid of the Zerg. Now, that means the Zerg, honestly, you know, the Zerg is still at 78 workers. And so should be perfectly fine trading a base for a base right now. As long as he doesn't tunnel vision the fight, which, if I look at the vision...
are under attack.
Yep. Alright, we're getting some injects going, but looks like he's just watching the fight, watching his units die. He's a masochist. He's a masochist. He likes to watch his own stuff bleed to death. And remaxed on Mass Ling against still 4 Archons. I don't care about the rest of this. 4 Archons it'll chill through the majority of this army. Ling's famously bad against Archons, and making just a few Banelings that gas, most of it used on 4 Vipers and 5 Ultras. Now, I don't know how much this Zerg knows about the game, but Immortals are practically Ultra killers. You know, it's like ooh, nice cancel on the re-expansion up there. Charge lots are also pretty good against Lings, but these Lings do have Adrenal and are on +3. So the charge lots will go down. But I think that was still a nice run by overall. Ultras are here. Now, again, yep. This is an okay trade. Baneling's just streaming on in. But it looks like there's actually enough Ultra Zergling to get rid of the ground army of the Protoss. These Vipers were essentially useless. And Mach is at a interesting point where he doesn't have a whole lot of supply. And the Zerg is wasting time. He's actually giving Mach time to get the army that he has now, which is honestly enough to deal with this for the most part. And look at all those Lings die. Oh, nice blinding clouds though. This is going to get rid of a lot of that army. In fact, that will clean up the entire army. That blinding cloud was GG PogChamp. Now, Mach may not be dead, though. Because this Zerg army has a timer. And if Shield Battery Overcharge becomes a part of this game... Oh, nice bait by the Zerg. Doesn't want to engage into that Battery Overcharge, though it looks like he might, and he is. This is a error. The shield battery overcharge is doing so much work. Finally goes down, but I don't think it matters. There is any number of immortals out. And now, yep, any number of immortals out. Lings having a smoke break while their brothers and sisters die in the heat of battle. May have overmade probes just a little bit, Mach. Just a wee bit. By 5. But it's fine. Ling's gonna chase these probes. Gonna find the morphing Archons. And this is not good. Now, Adrenal Lings, when nothing's hitting them, can take out a lot of stuff. And here we go. That was the trigger for the Protoss to say, hey, I don't want you making any more of these Archons, man. They're pretty strong. Charizards are going to come in with the Stalker and Immortal, but that's a little too much Zerg. I know I meme with the any number above 1 Immortals, but that's a little too much Zerg without a front line. More Stalkers are here to help bust down any of the Ultras, but Ultras do pretty decent splash. This is looking like the beginning of the end. The Ultras can't be stopped anymore without a good Immortal count of 4. The 5 Ultras will tear through this base pretty nicely, and Mach isn't getting any better tech. Now he is starting 3 Immortals at once. With Focus Fire, 3 Immortals could kill all these Ultras. But there's more Ultras, and there's more Lings. And now there's going to be Hydras. Hydras without Hydra speed. Always great to see. And the Immortals unfortunately targeting the Lings. Obviously the Lings are a major problem, but I don't see Mach holding this. He's microing the Stalkers as best as he can. But unfortunately, there's just too much Zerg. GG from Mach. SunzofMan takes the game. Through our army couple too many times, didn't progress in our tech, and the Ultras were able to stay alive more so than the Immortals. Sad days, but this is sometimes what happens. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next time.